Welcome.
Welcome.
We are back.
We're reading a. Oh,
No, you
I'll
go.
go.
No, you go. It's fine.
Okay. Fine. I ain't care anyway. God. We're reading a bit of a. Is this longer? I can't tell.
I think
A
so.
good, decent length one. It's called "I Work on a Ship Full of Corpses, and I Just Found Out Why." It's by Illustrious Ice 4720. Seems pretty cool.
Yes. I talked to him, and he was being super cool. He wants us to. He told us to rip it apart if we want to, which I will not do that for respect reasons. But
Yeah,
I
but
will
we're
definitely
not like
give
that.
you the best feedback I can. So we are gonna dive in. It sounds cool. I think it's. Did we already say the title?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Yep.
All right. Ben, you take it away.
I felt my ears snap open, my slumber being disturbed by the nails on chalkboard screech from the ship's blown-out speakers turning on, followed by a cheery HR voice. Attention workers of the U.S. Charon. We are reaching 290.4 light years from the Earth I didn't know it was a space story! From the Earth fragment. Please pull specimen 240 from its casket and for phase 1 testing. I groaned at Shelby's voice, a helpful AI that was both my boss and a constant pain in my ass. Though there isn't much of a difference, right? My anger suffering was interrupted by Daryl, my top bunk mate. Hey, at least this time we managed to get 4 hours, right? Daryl said, popping his face downward from the bunk above. He flashed me a smile as he jumped down from his bed, began quickly putting on his yellow hazmat suit. Yeah, I know. Wish the warp drive was a bit slower, though. Give us a guaranteed 6 hours of sleep rather than 2 to 4, I responded, my eyes fighting to stay open. The marvels of human engineering. Humanity dreamed of smashing the physics ceiling with faster-than-light travel. Now we're here. Now here we are wishing we could move a bit slower, Daryl responded, his laugh becoming muffled as he placed the helmet of the hazmat suit on. Don't worry, we'll get plenty of sleep soon. You didn't hear this from me, but I heard rumors that if we get done with this specimen and it fails, we'll be heading on home. I threw my legs out of bed, moving my body upright with a loud groan. You should really check the source of those rumors, considering it's only me, you, and a fucking Shelby on this ship. You've said the same thing for the past 15 specimens, and yet here we are. Still waking up to do this stupid job. I'm struggling today. I responded
It's the
back,
honey, bro.
unenthusiastically. It is honey. I did take a little tiny.
Just stop eating honey, bro. You're turning into a bee.
It's so good, bro. It's so yummy. It's not like the liquid honey. It's more like the solid one, but it's yummy, bro.
What's wrong with you, dude? You're eating bee vomit.
Bro, I fucking love bee vomit. Shut up! I responded back, unenthusiastically putting my legs into the hazmat suit. Yeah, I know, but I think after 239 failed attempts, corporate should be getting bored of us, playing that song to the corpses, ejecting them into space, then shooting the information back home. Daryl chuckled out, turning to leave our shared room. It's your turn to pull the specimen from the mortuary. Don't forget, Daryl said on his way out. Yeah, I know, I said, now on my feet and zipping up the hazmat suit, placing the stuffy helmet on. I felt it seal around my head, converting my breathing from the nice, cool ship air to the warm, moist, recycled air of the hazmat suit. And like that, my shift started, as I left the room, navigating the endless hallways to the main ship elevator. Despite being a crew of only 2, the ship was a Class 2 vessel meant to house over 1,000 workers. Damn. The Charon Company, the company we worked for, elected to convert the majority of the space to mortuary, leaving only a kitchen and a supply room closet for a bedroom for their crew quarters level. Despite the reduction of the crew's quarters, the hallways of the ship remained the same between the elevator and the room we slept in. Sure, it only takes 2 minutes, but do it every day, it gets a bit exhausting, seeing the same rusty corridor. Cheap bastards. Could have given us 2 bathrooms at the very least, I muttered. Approaching the main elevator. Daryl can't deal with the rations they gave us, forcing me to wait an hour every morning. Eat the whole body. I clicked the down button on the elevator, waiting impatiently for the elevator to leave where it was and make its way to my level.
Let me bring this back. This elevator
Fuck you.
This elevator took me everywhere that mattered in the ship. The helm where Shelby's service were at, crew's quarters, escape pods, the mortuary, and finally, the experimentation chamber. I sighed as the doors opened. Clicked level 4, and I felt the elevator shake as it scratched and screeched? Scratched and screeched.
Scratched and screeched.
Okay. Its way down to the mortuary. As I went down, my hazmat radio cracked to life. What's up, Daryl? How do you know it was me? That joke gets a lot less funny when you've repeated it every day for the past 2 months. We're the only 2 people on the ship. What's going on? Nothing much. Just letting you know Shelby is getting impatient. Hurry up and grab the specimen so we can get started. The doors shuddered open. Oh god. My peripheral vision now filled with corridor after container. Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe we're both just not locked in today. With container after container. Yeah. Each one holding the preserved body of someone fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to have been ejected during Earth's fracture. What's the Earth's fracture? Oh. It was an apocalyptic event that resulted in most of the Earth vanishing, leaving only shards behind with expulsion of millions of human bodies. I could bore you with the details, the theories, the rumors, but nothing lines up. Everyone saw something different that day. Cameras malfunctioned, radios whispered, gibberish, all worthless. The Sharon Company arising around Earth's destruction spent the last 5 years collecting these corpses to experiment on them. Where they got the money, why they did it, and their end goal, who knows? Who cares? I'm not paid enough to care. My job, take a specimen or corpse, play 2-hour recording to it. Like they're playing like recordings to the corpses?
I guess so.
Fail, fly 1 more light year away, then repeat. Easy work for decent pay, housing, and food provided. I grabbed a gurney to the left of me, pushing it forward as I entered the valley of corpses. The only noise being my footsteps echoing through the room, and the annoying squeaking of my gurney's wheels. Whatever the Sharon Company had planned, it included having us out to here far longer than a few years. The specimen numbers easily reached into the thousands, based on how high the corpses' containers went. My wandering mind was forced back into reality by the cart making a sudden jerking motion to the right. Its wheel, obviously broken. I groaned as I picked it up and slammed it back onto the floor, hoping the concussive therapy would help the wheel work again. It did not. Still pulling the cart to the right. Another day, another annoyance at this boring job. I continued forward, listening to my footsteps, the squeaking of the gurney's broken wheel, and the breathing of the corpses to the right of me. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that was so casually just thrown in there. That's good.
Yeah.
I stopped as I felt my blood running cold. Turning right, my eyes fell on the dead corpse of a woman, her body an enigma compared to the other corpses. Space is not kind to the corpses floating around in the void. Nearly every body in the mortuary had holes throughout them. Everybody in the mortuary had holes without them, sorry. With more than half of them barely resembling humans. Yet, this one was perfect. Both arms, both legs, a full head. The only damage was a deep, squarish wound on her chest, as if some wild animal had attempted to claw its way through to whatever lay behind it. Oh, damn it. May have rats. Could have sworn Shelby said they checked, but I guess a few made it through. On the last refuel, I said, pausing to listen for the signs of any tiny feet scurrying away. Or worse, eating their way through another specimen. Ugh.
I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and focused, pushing my concentration into my ears. Silence fell around me as I felt my ears open, searching for anything making a noise. Instead of scratching, the ship's speakers screamed with life. drowning out every possible sound in the mortuary chamber, filling my ears with pain. Attention, worker! You're currently at specimen 240. Please bring it into the experimentation room immediately to begin Phase 1 testing. The Charon Company does not pay you to stand around and admire the fine work we've done obtaining specimens. Oh, I thought that was text, not dialogue. Shelby said, her voice showing she was annoyed by the delay. I wasn't. I'm checking for rats. The specimen has evidence of tampering, I responded, moving to grab the dead woman out of her box and placing her on the gurney. She was heavier than I expected, forcing me to heave her rather than lay her down gently. The impact made the gurney jump, the clanging of its wheels against the metal floor echoing through the mortuary. Understood. We will not dock your pay for the unexpected vacation time you've taken. Damn! We'll be taking it out of your paid time off. Please take the specimen to the experiment room immediately, Shelby responded, the speakers whining as they shut off. That's so fucked up. as if I needed it. Not much to do with a vacation in the void of space. Oh no, I don't get to spend a day staring at the wonderful rust in the corner of my room, I muttered, pushing the gurney back toward the elevator. As I approached the elevator lights, I heard it again, a whisper coming from the woman below me. Please, don't. I don't want you to. My body stopped, looking down at the dead woman, her eyes open and staring blankly at the ceiling. Did you always have your eyes open? I said, scratching my head as the ship's speakers roared back to life with an irate Shelby. The Charon Company also does not pay you to talk to the specimens. We assure you they will not respond, regardless of how nice you are to them. We also remind you that engaging in relations with the specimens is strictly forbidden, regardless of how lonely you feel.
Ugh.
I groaned. Yuck. Pushing the gurney the rest of the way into the elevator and clicking floor 5. I wasn't. I'm just tired and thought I heard something. Shelby, please stop accusing us of having relations with the corpses. It's disgusting. Noted and ignored. Shelby's a bitch! Shelby responded, the speakers whining as they turned off. The elevator groaned back to life as it dropped further down into the bowels of the ship. The doors opened to the experimentation room, a glaring white chamber illuminated by even whiter fluorescent lights. The console sat on the left and right for recording data, with a third in the middle for controlling the experiments. In the center was a larger circular indentation with a table for strapping the arms and legs of the corpse. I pushed the specimen over, tied each appendage down, and went to the main controls. This is Daniel Renderos, and we're now starting Phase 1 testing for specimen 240. Shelby, please begin playing the corpse's songs. They're not corpse's songs, Daniel. You've been informed of this since boarding the ship. Please refer to them as Phase 1 resonance recordings. Please note, the Shelby AI is refusing to play the Phase 1 songs, and as such, we will be taking the time wasted from Shelby's secured paid time off. I do not have paid time off, Daniel. I am an AI working for the betterment of humanity. Unlike you, who spends their time talking to specimens, I do not stop my work, but I understand your point and will only be taking half of the PTO you lost in the mortuary while having relations with the specimen. Now playing the Phase 1 recording, resonance recordings. God, she's an asshole. I love that shit. And thus the music started. A strange mix of words from different languages, followed by chanting and hollering. Almost on the dot, we could hear the stations starting to record information on multiple formats. The Charon Company had a bizarre way of recording data, storing it on tape, CD, video, hard drive, paper, and even a vinyl. The sound was interrupted by Daryl attempting to talk over all the noise.
I just imagine the AI being like, please don't have relation with the corpses. You just see like a camera in the corner, put like a red light flicker, like a record button. Please don't have relation with the corpses. It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Don't do it.
Okay, I won't be here anymore. Just the light turns on.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Fuck him. Yeah.
That's gross. Oh, shit. Okay. Did someone have relations with the corpses again? Daryl said, moving between the two recording consoles.
No.
Oh, shit. Shut up. For an unfeeling AI, Shelby sure knows how to stir up drama at the workplace, I responded. Oh, so there's a kernel of truth to it. Kernel? Oh, does he mean like a piece?
Yeah,
Oh, like a popcorn kernel. Okay.
corn kernel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl said back, "Whatever you do, don't let me know." I said, "Shut up." I thought I found something messing with the specimens, and I stopped to find out what it was. What it was. Jesus. Oh my god. Shelby was eventually not very happy about that. I snapped back. "Sure, she did, buddy." Daryl laughed back. It's bizarre how, despite us listening to this so many times, it still sends tingles down my spine. I guess it's that creep factor, Daryl said, changing the subject. Trust me, I know. Last time we had vacation time, I had nothing but nightmares on my grandma's back. My grandma back on my home planet. Dead for years, and yet she still appears to hit me with a switch and tell me what a disappointment I am, I responded.
Bitch.
So what's Shelby's problem? What's all the talk about cutting your PTO? Daryl asked. It's nothing. I heard something breathing in the mortuary and I thought it was rats. Paused to look for them, and Shelby, the watchful eye, wasn't very happy with the delay, I responded. Please be silent. Your voice are being picked up by the recording software, blared Shelby from the ship's speakers. What followed was 2 hours of us watching the specimen, changing out vinyls to continue recording the audio, replacing tape, and even making runs to refill the paper inside the consoles. The audio came to a close, uttering the final words. Oh. Si quo enar nas est austerity in vas entos. Goddamn, bro. That's Spanish, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
You want me to translate it, see what it says?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let me get that.
Just a moment, listeners.
What
Just a moment.
does mean in English? If there is anything between us, show yourself in a vessel before us. Whoa.
Oh.
That's pretty sick. Wait, it's Latin. It's Latin.
Oh, it's Latin. Okay.
Damn.
And thus, the music ended, the only sounds being the beeps from the consoles and the printing of paper. Alright, Specimen 240 has shown no response, performing collection of raw information and injection of spec. I was cut off as the specimen sprang back to life, squirming, and attempting to tear itself out from its restraints, its body heaving back and forth like a fish on land. Daryl and I watched in shock, frozen for what felt like years, as I kept trying to raise its arms. Sorry. Only tied back by the restraints. We placed it in. Unfortunately, it succeeded, in escaping at the elbows, its arms tearing away as it tried to claw at its chest. Its bloody nubs made poor attempts to claw, only just smashing the rectangular indentation in its chest. Its eyes darted around the room, landing on us. I didn't see anger, sadness, or fear, just absolute panic, like a wild animal realizing it's trapped, with nowhere to go, unable to fulfill any future purpose it might have had. The scream that followed shocked us both. How was it speaking? It shouldn't even grunt due to supposed decay of its vocal cords, yet its screaming was loud, so loud. My hands reflectively went to my ears, muffling any of the words it was screaming. Despite that, I could feel them still trying to worm their way through my hands and into my ears, begging for my mind to translate the muffled words to their original meaning. My body froze as I felt myself falling to my knees, my ears starting to hurt as the screams became louder and louder. Fuck! Inject the protocol! Daryl screamed, rushing to the control panel. His hands clasped to his ears like mine. Unlike me, however, he managed to pry one hand away and slam his fist into the eject button.
The ship groaned as the bottom... What?
Huh? Nothing.
Oh. God.
Keep going.
The ship groaned as the bottom opened below the corpse. Though it didn't seem to care, it was still preoccupied attempting to claw at its chest with its bloody elbow. Oh, he ripped his fucking hands off. Damn. With his bloody elbow joints. Its screaming continued as it fell deep into the ship, only being silenced by the vacuum of space moments later. The center of the room slammed closed again, the silence broken by a new table being dropped from a hole above, clattering against the floor. Daryl and I breathed heavily, hands releasing from our ears, relieved the screaming that had ended. Did you hear that? Daryl asked, turning to me with a face full of confusion and fear. No, I couldn't make it out through my hands. All I know is it was loud. What did you hear? I responded, watching Daryl's eyes drift back to the hole the corpse had been ejected through. I don't know. I couldn't make it fully out. I can't explain it, but I feel like I shouldn't have heard it. I'm going to pull the recordings and figure it out, Daryl said, tears forming in his eyes. This shocked me. Daryl never cried. The man broke his arm 2 years ago and only got slightly red-eyed during the whole thing. Daryl, are you okay? Yeah, Daryl snapped, I saw that too, noticing how taken aback I was. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to take PTO and turn in early today. I need some time. Ask corporate what the fuck that was for me, alright? Daryl followed up, attempting to give a smile before turning to leave the room. I turned back to the control panel, preparing to click the bright purple button to call corporate, only for the speakers to erupt with the cheery voice of Shelby. Congratulations! Phase 1 biological experiment successful. Moving to Phase 2. We have successfully found the correct zone according to the light-year difference between time and Earth's destruction. Reports are no longer required to be sent to Corporation. Further instructions will be given tomorrow. Please take the rest of the day off as a thank you from the Charon Company. You are also provided unlimited rations, so please enjoy your dinner. This wasn't normal. Shelby would never give us a free day off, and the Charon Company would never give us more free food. The bastards charged us for asking for 2-ply toilet paper, and here they are suddenly being kind to us? What the hell's going on? What was that? I demanded, yelling at the speakers. New information will be provided as current employees discover more about the fracture. Please learn more from specimen 241 tomorrow, Shelby responded, happily the speakers squeaking as they winded down. The ship lurched forward. We were already moving to a new location, but I wasn't having it. Shelby, I know you can hear me, I demanded. Let me restart that. Shelby, I know you can hear me. I demand you take me to the closest human-settled planet. I did not sign up for this creepy shit. You must obey Statute 539 of space usage and allow me off the ship, I yelled. The speakers didn't roar like usual. Shelby's voice came through like velvet without a single crack. Cool. I'm sorry, Daniel, but I'm afraid I can't let you do that. Statute 539 is suspended until you and Daryl finish the job you've been hired to do, discovering the cause of Earth's fracture when finished. You will receive your pay and be dropped off at your home planet as an act of goodwill from the Charon Company. Your pay has been updated to reflect today's achievement and will be increased by 200,000%. Shelby responded happily. I paused. That's nearly a month's pay. Every day. I could pay off my house, help out my family, and even head to college, debt-free, to become a ship engineer. If I managed to hold out for a week, that is. As greed began outweighing the fear, curiosity replaced anything left as it dawned on me that we might discover the great mystery that caused Earth's fracture. The knowledge alone would be worth millions.
I still couldn't take that as the answer, though. Running over to the recording station to pull the vinyl paper CDs and hard drive of the encounter. Instead, I found recording stations empty. Someone had taken everything from them. And since Daryl was the only other person on the ship, I couldn't deduce who had them. I turned to the elevator, pressed the up button, and waited for it to return. After Daryl's hasty retreat, the doors dinged? Jesus.
Yep.
Open. I clicked on floor 2 for crew's quarters. The elevator shuddered and shook as I carried me back to crew's quarters so I could confront Daryl.
Okay, I'm guessing this is like part 1 of part 2, and I I want more, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
I want more.
That was great.
I want more.
Um,
I love this story.
yeah. Sorry, I was fucking Jesus. We were both kind of struggling there.
We both struggled, yeah.
That was great. I don't even know if I can give you feedback here, man. Like, this is you have.
I love the concept.
Yeah,
It was pretty good.
Well, it's not just that. Like, he has a very strong idea of what he's doing and where he wants to go with it. So, and even the character's dialogue, like all the dialogue was really strong and was kept within the parameters of the story. You know, like none of it broke the immersion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like all the
Like the,
dialogue felt very casual and how these characters would interact
Yep.
with each other in the ship, and even how our main character interacted with the AI. Like you could really
Yeah.
tell he was sick of the AI and his dialogue, and this was his everyday norm because he just spoke to it like somebody who would speak to an annoyed coworker or whatever would speak to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he spoke to it
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
manner. It was just all of it was very well thought out. The only thing I would say was this felt very short. Like you could definitely fatten this up a little bit. Like unless like I'm assuming you're planning on adding more, obviously, but like you could have honestly took more time with this and sunk 2 parts into this story. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Because I would love I would
did
love
look
for
at
this
the,
to continue.
I looked at the page and he is saying, this guy said, "Oh, great story, well done. Part 2, pretty please." And he said, "Thank you so much. I plan to now." So I'm assuming he's working on it
Okay.
right now.
Well, I feel like this. I just feel like it would have because I feel like we end very abruptly. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
find out this shit, and then now they're getting a pay raise, and now they're staying
And
on the
that's
ship.
it's a cliffhanger now.
Yeah, it won't let them leave. It just gives them a pay raise and says you can't leave, and now all these tapes are gone, and now we're just done. It's like what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want more. Like I
also want more.
that's a good thing and that's a bad thing. It's a good thing because it wants me to keep reading. It's a bad thing because it felt a little too short. I would definitely say for future, try and fatten it up a little bit. You definitely could have dived into some character background a little more because clearly this is a world we're building into. I don't know anything about this character. I don't know much about his background. I don't know much about his friend's background. Obviously, it's supposed to be a short, quick, scary story. Wasn't super scary. Like you had a couple. You had a couple
It was
like
more freaky than scary.
yeah. This felt a lot more sci-fi than horror. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
clearly he's doing a horror sci-fi, but like there wasn't too many horror elements into it yet. You could say
Yeah.
all the dead bodies are horror enough maybe for some people, and like how it's a mortuary and how they're dealing with all these dead bodies, but I don't know that much about what's going on, right? I know the world's gone. I don't necessarily know what brought our character here to be a mortuary worker.
I'm guessing it's just money.
He said that he has a house and a family, you know. Where are they living? Like where's their family staying? What planet are they on? When is this exactly based? Did he say the year this is based?
No. I'm assuming it's far after current time because they got faster than light travel. They got multiple sectors inhabited by humans out in deep space.
Yeah. So a lot of
It's
this
definitely like far in the future.
a lot of this is just me nitpicking a little bit because your story was very strong, but about all I could say was you kind of cut yourself short. I feel like you definitely could have made this longer. Like I feel like it ended super abruptly. Like you got
Yeah.
to so like the way the story is structured, you got to the meat of the story in the end of the story. You know what I mean? Like he got to this big interesting part of the story at the end. You know what I mean?
And then cut it off.
So like it made me feel very unsatisfied with the story outcome. Because he had all this build up and he got me invested in what's going on, got me invested in these characters, and then it just kind of cut off abruptly. So I feel like that can be a little what's it called? Disheartening. But other than that, I can't really say much. Like a lot of it is just things you could add, like extra things you could add to fatten the story up, like some character backstory, things like that. I feel like adding more horror elements to this like if you made it so that we did see the rats, you know what I mean? Like, because he talked about the rats, but the rats weren't, like, we don't really know if it was actually the rats. You could have made it
yeah.
so that we did actually see the rats chewing on the bodies, and he's just like, well, like, if there's nothing I can do about it because there's so many of them. We keep trying to get rid of them, but they just keep chewing on, eating the bodies. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice little horror element. You could make it, there could have even been elements of him going crazy, because it's just him and another person on this ship. So you could have made it
years.
so as he's going through these corridors, he's talking to these bodies because he's so lonely. You know what I mean? You kind of hinted at that with, like, you know, the necrophilia. But you could have made it more horror, like more him losing his state of mind because he's around all these dead bodies and one other person. The other person he's around could have even been a figment of his imagination. You know what I mean? Like,
That'd be cool.
Maybe he's not a real person. Like, maybe that is the case. I don't know. But that could have been cool too if he made the ship is actually just him and this is other person. So the story just needed to be longer in the long run. It just needed to be longer. It was too abrupt, and I felt like it could have been so much longer if you spent a little more time with it. But overall, great start. I very much hope that you do more and you send it to us so we can keep going with it, because this shit is very cool. Very cool sci-fi. I haven't read a sci-fi yet for this channel.
This is like right up my alley. This is like
this is the
favorite
stuff,
like type of shit.
Yeah, this is stuff you like.
This is my favorite story so far on the channel. Like, I love this. I'm dying for part 2 right now. I want more.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It was very good. But that's about all I can say. So that's about the much of the rambling I have. If you want to reach out to me after and talk about it, you're more than welcome. Or you can comment it and we can just talk down there. It doesn't matter to me. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys made it this far and you made it through the ramblings and all that, if you guys want to like or subscribe, that'd be much appreciated for us because it helps us out. And that's about all I have to say. Everybody have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.